What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman for Awesemo.com, and I am back with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, October 29th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman, only place you get updates to my sims as we get closer to lock. Let me know in the comment section who's your favorite and least favorite of my contenders. And finally, shout out to PrizePicks for being the presenting sponsor of this video. Use the promo code Awesemo when signing up. Get a 100% instant match deposit bonus of up to $100. Now, we round out the bottom of my top 10 with TJ McConnell, Jalen Brunson, Fred VanVleet, Bam Adebayo, and Anthony Davis on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It is time to find out. First up at number 5, we've got Scotty Barnes. He is small forward, power forward eligible, 6,100, projected for about 33.5. The goal is 40.5. He hits that goal 19% of the time. I got him in for 34 minutes. He's been great so far this season, close to a fantasy point per minute, 22% usage. I got him in for 16 points and 9 boards. You also get 2.5 assists and maybe a steal, maybe a block. It's a pace neutral spot against Orlando. It's a terrible Orlando team in general. The Toronto offense hasn't been good enough, but I think Orlando might make them feel a little bit better. Staying on the Toronto side, Gary Trent is in at number 4. He's shooting guard, small forward eligible, 5K, projected for 27.5. The goal is 35. He's in the optimal lineup 19% of the time. Very similar to Scotty Barnes. Now, not the same per minute guy. I got him around 0.84 in this spot, but big minutes, a lot of scoring. You need that to hold. He did get 5 steals his last time out. I don't think that happens again, but 16 points, 3.5 boards, maybe an assist or 2, maybe a steal or 2. Same matchup against Orlando that I think sounds good. I really like the idea of just getting to Toronto across the board on DraftKings today. Last night's hero, Maxi Kleber, is in at number 3, power forward, center eligible, still just 3,300, projected for 22, goal is 26. He's in the optimal 23% of the time. I am not chasing Maxi Kleber. I just think that he's a good value at 3,300. I'm assuming that Kristaps Porzingis doesn't play again. I think Maxi can still play somewhere in that 26 to 30 minute range, whether he starts or not. 0.75 fantasy points per minute, so it's not the greatest upside in the world. 8 points, 6 boards, 1 of everything else. He's not going to have 7 stocks again. That's what you're like. That's why he broke free yesterday. But even still, for his minutes, his role, his salary, it's really difficult to want to go a different direction. So I am happy to get to Maxi so long as Porzingis is out. Next up, number 2, we're going to the beard. James Harden, point guard eligible, 9,600, projected for 52. The goal is 58. He is in the optimal lineup 25% of the time. Let's start here. Big time pace up spot against Indiana. They gained 4 possessions over their average. I think Harden is going to be last year's Harden soon enough, so I'm still projecting him around 1.4 fantasy points per minute, 27% usage, 24, 8, and 8, 2 stocks. Even when he's bad, he's still at like 1.2 fantasy points per minute. He's not going to continue to have sub 50% true shooting. He's not suddenly somebody different. It might be a little bit worse than you're used to, but at 9,600, to think that James Harden doesn't have the same ceiling he normally has, I'm still going to him. Now, before we get to that number 1 contender, please, one last reminder. Hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Please follow me on Twitter, at Josh Engleman, only place you get the updates to these sims as we get closer to lock. I need to know in the comment section who your favorite and least favorite contenders are. And finally, please, go check out PrizePicks and use that promo code Awesemo. We close it out at number 1 with everyone's preferred value play, shooting guard, small forward eligible, Bruce Brown, 3,800, projected for 26. The goal's 29. He's in the optimal lineup 37% of the time. He's a 0.9 fantasy point per minute guy, playing at minimum. I've got in 28 minutes. I think 32 is realistic, 34 realistic. I just don't totally trust the rotation here for Brooklyn. So I tried to be as pessimistic as possible, and that still gets him to number 1 if you need any context. 10 points, 7 boards, 2 assists, a steal, maybe a block. And that same matchup is Harden, a huge pace up spot. You get shooting guard, small forward, guard forward utility. Bruce Brown's checking off every single one of these boxes. Just make sure he's still starting. Otherwise, this is going to be your number 1 value play today. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Friday, October 29th. FanDuel version of this video is around here somewhere, so make sure you're checking that out. Good luck tonight, everybody. Win some money. Enjoy your weekend. I will be back again Monday morning with another edition of the Contenders.